Welcome to another edition of the Insiders. I'm Danny Ventura. I'll take you through the basketball, what we've seen so far in the tournament. Start with the boys. There's no question the story of the tournament was Westwood versus Walpole. Not the game itself, but the fact that it was brother-on-brother matchup. Dave St. Martin, Walpole, Steve St. Martin, Westwood. Packed house at Westwood High School. Older brother prevails this time as Walpole defeated Westwood 60-56. As far as the tournament itself, there really hasn't been any real shockers to date. When you look at the top 12 teams in the Herald poll going into the postseason, only 3 of them have been eliminated at this point. And if you look at it in depth, number 5 Needham lost to number 10 Newton North. Number 11 Cambridge lost to number 8 Central Catholic. And BC High lost to the number 1 team in Eastern Mass, Catholic Memorial. So you've had the powers still alive in the tournament. On the girls' side, what more can you say about Braintree? Semi-final game last night against number 14 Bishop Feehan. They turned it into a glorified scrimmage, dominating from start to finish, 51-19. An incredibly impressive performance by Chris McDonald's Braintree Ball Club. They're going to be taking on a team that's no stranger to them in the sectional final, and that's Newton North. A team that's lost to Braintree twice during the season, but as anyone will tell you, it's tough to beat a good team 3 times. You know, one of the talks of the tournament was what would happen when teams from Eastern Mass got pushed over to Central Mass for the tournament. On the boys' side, they posted a 9-6 record to date. We've got 2 teams that have already gone into the sectional finals, Concord, Carlisle, and Hopkinton. Franklin is competing in the semifinals. On the girls' side, the girls have been dominated, 9-2 record. Medfield in the Division II Central Final. You've got teams like Bellingham still alive, Westford still alive, Franklin still alive, Miller's still alive. I mean, a lot of teams. Eastern Mass has shown that it's certainly a power. And speaking of powers, we'll turn it over to the 2 hockey powers in Eastern Mass, Bruce and Jim.
Thanks, Danny. Jim Clark here again for high school hockey. And once again, Mr. Lurch has left me in the lurch. He's out enjoying the creature comforts of covering girls hockey and probably being given lots of tasty treats and being treated like a king like he is. But we'll get to girls hockey in a little bit. Let's start out first with the Super 8. We had our first games in the quarterfinal round on Sunday, and no big surprises. The top 4 seeds all advanced. BC High, Malden Catholic, Springfield Cathedral, and Austin Prep. All pretty close games and mostly 1-goal games, with the exception of Springfield Cathedral scoring 2 goals in the last couple of minutes to beat Duxbury 4-1. But very close competition. Should be pretty intriguing as we move on to the second games on Wednesday and Thursday night up at the Songus Arena, and then potentially third games, if necessary, would be on Sunday. Times and dates to be announced. But let's move on to some of the other tournaments. We're guaranteed having 6 new sectional champions in Eastern Mass. I say that with a little bit of an asterisk because Wilmington, the 2-time Division II state champion, which moved up to Division I, is still alive in Division I North. Drew Foley in goal for Wilmington still has not lost a tournament game in his career, and the Wildcats are still alive in the Division I North semifinals. They will play Arlington coming up later this week. Some more good action in the other tournaments, Division II and III North, as well as all the tournaments down south. Moving on to the girls, we had some good action last week. Bruce went out and covered a great game. Sandwich upsetting top-seeded Methuen-Tewksbury in Division II. Their girls are in the quarterfinal rounds. Bruce is out covering Division I North, and at this time, Arlington Catholic, Winthrop Lynn, and Acton Boxborough Barnstable, a good doubleheader going on up at the Stoneham Arena. There'll be more action on Wednesday night up at Stoneham, and then girls action down at Gallo on Saturday as they're in the quarterfinal round as they whittle themselves down. That's it for high school hockey this week. Be sure to follow our coverage, the live chats from the Super 8 on Wednesday and Thursday, and then on Sunday, and pick up the Boston Herald and read all of our coverage online.